Hi, everybody. Welcome to the OnStage Black Theater podcast. And this is very exciting. We're going to have a lot of fun with today's episode. We're talking about the best Broadway show or off Broadway show from every year of our lives, particularly my life, since I'm older than Jack's. And we thought this would be sort of a fun way to look back at the history of Broadway and also sort of what years were really great years, what years were not as good years, all that fun stuff. And I'm theater critic Rachel Wagner, and Jacqueline Collier's here.
So when Rachel came up with this idea and she asked me about it, I was really excited. And then I got increasingly excited as we were putting this together. So we don't know about each other's list. So I'm so
Yeah.
excited to see what's on each of our lists. But I thought it was a brilliant idea, Rachel. And then it was even more fun to put it together than I thought it would be. Memories came flooding back of things that I've seen or
Yeah.
things that I haven't seen. But where came out the year that I was born. Like it was so fun.
Yeah. Yeah. It was challenging because there's some years where there's so much good stuff that it's
Mhm.
it's really hard. And other years where it was like, I'm really struggling. I'm really struggling. So we
I
definitely
hear
want
that.
to hear your picks. So definitely put in the comment section or tag us if you do a video or a blog post with your picks. We want to hear. And we're starting with 1981 because I have no age shame. So we're starting with
As you should. I wait,
yeah.
as you should not. I'm saying you shouldn't have age shame, but I feel
Yeah.
like I said the opposite of what I meant.
And it was a little tricky because you're going off of seasons. So the Broadway season goes over a year. It's so like
Yeah.
this season was this last season was 2024 to 2025. So it can be a little tricky, but it's in the spirit of the idea. So yeah.
Yeah, we just did our best.
Right. Yeah. So let's dive in. Let's talk about it. What do you have for 1981?
Dream Girls, baby.
Yeah. That was definitely a pretty easy pick.
Yeah.
It's iconic. I mean, just for the songs alone, I can understand. I actually went with Merrily We Roll Along
Yeah.
for 1981. So I saw this in the revival, the recent revival. I know that it was a big failure when it was critically and financially when it was released in 1981. But I'm a big sucker for friendship stories. And I
Mhm.
think that's what works the best. And particularly in this revival, the that they actually cast people who seemed like friends. It was
Yeah.
believable that they were friends. That helped a lot. And so yeah, that's what I picked. But why did you go with Dreamgirls?
For me, Dreamgirls is just such an iconic show. Like so many earworms that get stuck in your head. And I just feel like this story, like these women, like it's such an iconic show of really for me like fun and female empowerment, and it just leaves you like there of course there's darkness in it too, but it just leaves me like humming all those songs after. I just think it's
Mm-hmm.
such a an incredible show that was, especially in 1981, I feel like was different than anything else that was coming out then.
Yeah, yeah. I think that just for I'm telling you, I'm not going.
Hmm.
Just that song alone is arguably top 10 Broadway
I
ever.
absolutely.
I think you could make
Absolutely.
that argument. And and yeah, uh it's a little, I mean, I guess if I was gonna, it's a little like it's a story that we've seen many times before. You know,
Yeah.
the musician bio sort of
Right.
story. That'd be the only thing. Like I think it's more notable for the songs than the story, which
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
and it's getting a revival. Are you excited about that?
I'm so excited. Yeah. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it'll
Yeah. I
be,
also think the movie's great too. Like I love the movie.
yeah. I mean, it's not one I haven't ever watched it again since I watched it when it came out, but but I remember enjoying it.
It's great. I've only seen it
Yeah.
2 or 3 times, but it's great.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, let's dive into 1982. So 1982 is an interesting one. I went with Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat for 1982. um, but I'm curious what you picked.
I do like Joseph. So making this list makes me realize how much I love plays. So I went with Agnes of God. Um,
Oh, I don't know
this
that.
is a really interesting play that I remember reading in college and was just like fascinated by. It's this religious mystery drama about a nun who's accused of murdering her child. And it is so good. Now, of course, I didn't get to see it in 1982, so this isn't as far as like my review of that production, but I love this play. And for me, that was like the 1982 like clean sweep for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
But I love Joseph. I do love Joseph.
I mean, Joseph, it was tough because there are two uh Andrew Lloyd Webbers this year because that's when
Hmm.
Cats started as well.
Yeah,
So I thought about Cats. I like Cats. I'm not a Cats hater.
I like cats.
Yeah. Um, but I
Fun.
do I think that Cats is more of the dance show, you know. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously it has memory, that's iconic. But I think if I had to pick, I would rather see Joseph than see Cats.
yeah, yeah. I agree with that too between the musicals. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. You could also go with Nine, that which isn't my favorite show, but it has some good songs.
That's some good
Uh
songs. Yeah.
yeah. But I think that Joseph, it is overdone. So when I hear, oh, people are doing Joseph, I'm like, but to get a
Again.
throne again. But I do think it's one of those shows that's more fun to be in than it is to watch. But but it
Yes. I did a community theater production of it as a kid, and like
yeah.
we had the best
Oh
time.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And but it has a lot of energetic, fun moments. I can't deny it. I can't deny
Yeah.
it,
Oh,
even if I've
absolutely.
seen it too many times. All right. 1983. What do you got?
I am continuing the trajectory of female-led plays that are kind of dark. I have Night Mother. This
Oh,
is
another
Marsha
one I
Norman.
haven't seen.
Oh, it is so good. It won the Pulitzer Prize for drama that year. Um, it is basically about a mom and a daughter who live together, and the daughter is telling her mom that tonight she is going to end her life. And it's a really, really brilliant play. I love it. And I think that yeah, it was very interesting making this list, being like, okay, like how am I
Are these
feeling when I'm
plays
going to see?
that you've read, or have you seen these?
Uh, seen and read in the case of these two.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I that sounds very intriguing. I've never heard of that one. I also have a play for my pick. I yes, I have Noises Off as my pick.
Yes,
And
so good, Rachel.
I don't know when I've laughed harder than any time I've seen Noises Off. It's one of those ones that I think is kind of hard to screw up.
Yep,
It's just funny.
it's funny.
It's just
It's funny.
hilarious. And I've seen it 3 or 4 times and I've just laughed to the point of concerning. Like I'm laughing so hard.
Is she okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's a
uh,
great film.
yeah. Okay, 1984. Let's talk about it. This one was hard for me. I actually picked one I haven't seen because there
Yeah,
just wasn't a ton
there
in
wasn't a ton.
this year.
I went with Sunday in the Park with George.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about that, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I I, I went with Glengarry Glen Ross, which
Oh, yeah.
I've seen the movie, so I felt
Yeah.
like that was a safer pick because I've seen the movie. And it
Hmm.
seems like I don't know, it seems like it's pretty close to the uses a lot of the script in the movie.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's what I went with. It seems like a pretty intense, well done play, about business and so
Yeah, I think I've never seen a production of Glengarry Glen Ross, but I've seen the movie and I've read the play, and I do think it's very similar.
yeah.
Sunday in the Park, I've actually only seen like the Brenda Peters pro shot, which is still seeing it, but it's not seeing it in person. But yeah, I've
Hmm.
actually never seen it live and in person
Yeah.
in the theater.
But I thought about that one, but it's this was a weak year. There wasn't a lot of
Yeah.
I almost went with a revival because there just was very little, but I really was trying not to do that, to go with any
Yeah.
revivals.
I have a couple of revivals in here.
Yeah. Okay, so 1985. I actually have the Broadway adaptation of Singing in the Rain for 1985.
Ooh, that's
I think that this is
great.
I think it's one of the best screen to stage adaptations. I mean, it's they only add like two new songs, so like
Yeah.
it's just good material to begin with, so I get that. But I love it. I've seen it many times. I probably there was like 2022 and 2023, this was like the show to put on in Utah. Like I've seen it, I think 12 times. I've seen it a lot of times, and I just love it. The whole rain sequence is magical.
Yeah.
It's really funny. It's really charming. I saw it 3 times just at Hill Center Theater. It was the best thing they've ever done. It was
My gosh,
absolutely
I
great.
love
And
that.
I just think this is such a good adaptation. Even the new songs they do add are really solid, fit in very well. Um, I think I do think it's underrated. I really
Yeah.
really do love it.
I think it's just because the movie is so beloved that people can't, you know what I mean? Like, but I think
Yeah,
you're exactly right.
yeah. So what do you have for 1985?
So I haven't seen this since I was a kid. But I went with Big River. It's
Yeah,
like a
I thought
bluegrass
about
music.
Big
Yeah,
River because I just saw it,
yeah,
and I saw a it was like the youth version, so it was a
yeah,
little pared down and a little bit different, but I at least got to see it, and it is quite good. The songs are quite good. It's a it's a I think it's about as good as you could do the Huckleberry Finn story, because if you
right.
think about Huckleberry Finn, it it's kind of a road trip. Like not that much
Yeah,
actually
happens.
happens in the novel. It's about their
Yeah,
conversation, it's about their, and so it's a tricky one to make into a musical.
yeah, yeah. And this year was interesting to pick from because that year Big River won the Tony, but there wasn't any that I was like, oh, this needs to be my pick,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. So I can see why you picked that. Okay, so then 1986. So this technically premiered in December of 1985, but I couldn't find anything that I really liked in 1986.
I think we might have
Um,
the same one.
so I have The Mystery of Edwin Drood. I actually don't like love it. I've only seen one production, and it was a mixed production. It wasn't that successful, but I just the setup, the different endings, the some of the songs are quite good. So it's not a show I love, but I think it was the best this year.
Yes, it did win the Tony that year for Best Musical. I love that I've only seen one production, interactive, fun. I love a
Yeah,
mystery. I love like I just think that this one is fun and I love an interactive piece of theater. But yeah,
yeah,
that's I also went with that one too because there was another one that screamed to me this year.
yeah. 1987. I'd be surprised if we don't have the same one for this one.
I think we picked different ones.
Oh, well, I have Les Miserables for 1987, which is my favorite musical. Or it was life changing for me. So well, I'm curious what you have.
Can I tell you why I picked this one? I picked this one because I love it, but because I was, of course, certain that you would pick Les Miserables, which, yes,
Right,
absolutely.
of course.
I picked Into the Woods.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah,
I figured just to give us, a wide range of things to chat about. But honestly, I love both of these musicals.
yeah. This was a strong year.
What a year.
Yeah. So they made up for 1986 and
They
1987.
needed to. They
Yeah,
needed to. They needed to give us a bump. Like, I mean, if you think about it too, like Les Miserables, I mean, one of the greatest musicals of all time, of course. Like, I think, frequently being done now, and it's still just as iconic as
Mhm.
ever, if not
Yeah,
more so. And I think Into the Woods has also really stood the test of time and is something that, like, musical theater kids are obsessed
Sure.
with. So these are
Sure.
two shows that, yeah, after it's sort of disappointing 1986, 1987 is coming in strong.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Yeah, no, I mean, you all know, of course, I don't love Into the Woods, but I certainly respect it, and I completely
Yeah.
understand picking it. That is completely fair. And this would be a little bit different if we included the West End, because obviously Les Mis would have premiered earlier in the West
Yes.
End. Things could just get real complicated. But in 1988, I have The Phantom of the Opera for 1988. I it's the first musical I ever saw, so it'll always have a special place in my heart. The spectacle, the I think a lot of the songs are really beautiful.
Hmm.
I still love it, even though I know it has its flaws.
I really like Phantom.
Yeah.
For this year, I went with Joe Turner's Coming On.
Oh,
I
I
love
don't
this
know that.
play. I've actually never seen this play. I love it. And it's also top of mind for me because there is a revival coming to
Mm.
Broadway that I had a couple of students audition for. Um, it's it's was August Wilson's play that he wrote after Fences, and it's set in a Pittsburgh boarding house in like 1911. It's a really, really great, important play. So I'm excited to see the revival coming up. I think it's early next year, but I'm not exactly sure of the dates.
Cool. What's it called again?
It's called Joe Turner's Coming On.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds good. I seem to be, if I'm going with a play, I'm usually going with a comedy, which is true for 1989. I have Lend Me a Tenor.
Yep. Yes, I love
Um,
Lydia Tenor.
yeah, very funny, very, very funny. And so, yeah.
That's a great show.
Yeah, that's what I have for 1989. What did you have for 1989?
I went with a play too. I went with the Heidi Chronicles. Wendy
Oh, I don't
Wasserstein.
know
I
that
remember
one.
oh, you would love it, Rachel. I remember reading this play in college, and it is this like sort of this is when I was like discovering what it meant to be a woman and my feminism. And it traces a woman's life from I think it's like the 1960s to the 1980s, and it won the Tony and the Pulitzer that year. So it's a really, really great play. I think you will love it.
Cool. All right. So 1990, I have Once on This Island.
Me
Yeah,
too.
yeah, I'm a big fan of just the whole Little Mermaid story, and this
Uh-huh.
is such a creative adaptation of it. Great songs, and the year before I started high school, so like my eighth grade year, the high school did it, and so I got to see it, and it kind of inspired me to participate in drama, and so I just have,
Really?
yeah, yeah. So I have a special place in my heart for it. I wish that more community theaters did it.
Yeah.
I think that Hale the Ruth I hear is doing it next year. I am pretty sure. So that will be fun to get to see it, but it's not done that often around here at least. And I wish more did it because it's really fun.
It's a great show. Yeah. I love that we both have that one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so 1991. This had a lot to pick from this year, 1991. And I went with The Secret Garden.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, which has I do think that it I would love to see. I know they've talked about doing a revival. They were testing it out in Los Angeles, I think last year. They were testing
Mhm.
it out. If they were going to ask me for advice, I would say
Yeah.
cut out most of the Dickens storyline and songs. There are way
You're like,
too
we don't need
many.
it.
There are way too many. Uh, isn't nature great? Songs and moments. Like we get it, nature's great, but let's cut it
We
down.
get it. We get it.
But that aside, it does have some absolutely beautiful songs, some beautiful moments, and it's a lovely classic story. So
Mhm.
I do really enjoy it. I just think it could be a lot
It
shorter.
could use a little trimming.
It could, yeah,
We know nature's great. We get it.
yeah. Yes. But what do you have for 1991?
Not because 1991 wasn't a good year for Broadway, but because I love this show so much. I went off Broadway and picked Assassins.
Mm,
Um, I love this show. I think it is brilliant. I think it's fun. I think it's catchy. I think it's something that's completely unique that when you hear the premise that it's about
yeah,
a bunch of assassins or people who attempted assassinations, you're like, what? But I think it really works well. Um, I just really love this musical.
yeah. I've only seen it once. It was at a local community college, Black Box, which was a really fun environment to see this
See,
show. Yeah,
this works
yeah.
great in a black box. I've seen it at I think it was the Walnut Street Theater in Philly. That's a bigger space, but I think that this could work in a huge house or in a teeny tiny black box with like literally 10 seats. Like I think it can work
Yeah,
in any of those environments.
yeah. So, what do you have for 1992?
Okay, so I did go with the revival because this is just in the same way because I love this show and it has a special place in my heart because we did it in high school. I went with the Guys and Dolls revival.
Mm,
I just
hmm.
adore Guys and Dolls. I just think it's so fun. Um, Luck Be a Lady, Marry the Man Today. Like it's just like a classic staple of musical theater for me. What did you go with for 1992?
I went with a play. This one's not a comedy, so you'll be proud of me. It's Dancing at Lugnasa.
I love that
Yeah,
play.
which is a really wonderful little play, and particularly the like two sisters. That it's a strong story, and I've seen it just once before. With I actually saw it when I was in Texas. It was
Really?
yeah, Austin City Theater. I saw it there, which was really fun to get to see it. It was a little. It was basically a black box, but it was in like a church that they were using the church space for the
Yeah.
play. So I always love that. Like,
I love
yeah,
I
we're
love that kind of, especially
yeah,
for a play
we're
like that that's small and intimate.
mm-hmm,
I love
yeah,
that show. I saw it my freshman year of college. Like it was the senior show and it was beautiful. And then they did it Irish Rep uh, maybe like 8 or 9 years ago, and I saw it there, and it was, I mean,
mm-hmm,
it was a gorgeous production. It is
yeah,
a
yeah.
beautiful, beautiful show.
Yeah. And I guess it's actually five sisters, but just the main two, the
I know
focus
the
is
two that
on.
you're
Yeah.
thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
All right. 1993, there was not much this year. And so I went with Kiss of the Spider Woman, even though I've never seen it, but I just
yeah,
saw the movie, which I know is probably very loosely a loose adaptation, but I did love
yeah.
the movie. And it bombed like spectacularly bad, which is disappointing. But I really thought it was quite good.
Yeah.
But yeah, what did you pick for 93?
So for 93, I went with Angels in America, like the first part. I can never say it, Perestroika. Um,
Uh-huh.
I have not seen the play. I've read the play and I've seen the movie. But yeah, Rachel, I also had a difficult time picking this one, but I really do love the play. I've just never seen it on stage.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's it's kind of hard to speak to it, like you said.
yeah. So 1994, I went with Beauty and the Beast.
Me too.
I have so much nostalgia for it. I do think it's one of the better Disney adaptations. The new songs are pretty good, which usually isn't the case with these adaptations, and it's great material to be starting with. Yeah, I that's what I went with.
Yeah, that was a clear choice for me too. I've done this show years ago. I played one of the silly girls and it was just so fun. And I did it at a children's theater. So I got to do it with like these adorable little kids. Like some of them it was their first show. I just think it's a really, really fun show. I love it.
Yeah, yeah. All right, 1995. I am going to go with Moon Over Buffalo. This is another comedy play,
It's great.
which I really enjoyed getting to see it. I saw it at the Covey, and they're so smart at the Covey here because it's a black box, and they're really good about picking shows that suit a black box well.
Yeah.
And this would be one of them.
Which I feel like you have to think about. You
Yes,
have
you
to think
do.
about what shows fit in the black box and what shows, and like honestly, vice versa. Like
Yeah,
like you want to think about what fits in the space that you're in.
Yeah, and I guess I'm just like on a Ken Ludwig love train because
I
I
get
really
that.
just enjoy
Ken
his comedy.
Ludwig's your boyfriend.
Yeah, pretty much. Because he just writes comedies that are really entertaining, enjoyable. You know, we
They
saw
move.
one just this summer. We saw that Dear Jack, Dear Louise.
That
He
was so lovely. And it was
yeah.
funny and heartbreaking and
Yeah.
heartwarming. It was so beautiful.
Yeah.
So good.
So what did you have for 95?
I have Masterclass. So
Mhm.
I've never seen this play. I've read it. And the fact that Audra McDonald starred in it, like, come
Ooh, yeah.
on, like, give me
Hmm.
Masterclass. It won the Tony Award for Best Play that year. And Terrence McNally is one of my favorite playwrights. I've done a few of his one acts, and I just think that this must have been a fantastic show to see on Broadway.
Yeah, that would be cool. So 96, I went with Rent.
Me too.
You know, it's just iconic.
Come
It
on.
had a great songs. It captured the moment so perfectly. And you could say it's a creature of its time, but that's part of Broadway's job is capturing our times.
Yeah, you put that so well. Like I got chills when you said that because that's true. Like it's okay for it to be of its time. And I
Mhm.
remember like years later when I was in high school, people still being like 525,000. Like, it
Yeah.
was just
Yeah. Oh
it's a
yeah.
great show.
Although I mean I encourage and support any community theater who decides to take the risk and put on Rent, especially here in Utah with it being, more
Right,
mature.
right.
But it's really hard to pull off for community theater. I support you, but I'm also concerned because it's a tough one to pull
Wait,
off.
Rachel, have we talked about
Ooh, I've seen
was that
some
you?
I
I
have seen some rough rents over the years.
I know a girl who said at a school near her that they changed that everyone had AIDS to diabetes.
Oh wow.
And I was
Yeah,
like, there's
that's
no way
rough. Don't do
MTI
that.
signed off on that, but
No way.
they did it.
Oh, that's bad. Well, 97, I have Lion King still on Broadway. It's like, it's iconic, incredible songs, incredible artistry, and taking something that we all knew and loved and presenting it in a new and exciting way, I think was pretty tremendous.
I love Lion King. And this is no tea, no shade to Lion King. I picked art because I've just seen the revival
Mm.
and love the play.
So you
And
liked the
it was
revival.
top of, I loved the revival. I
Okay.
thought it was flipping fantastic. And honestly, I think those guys are great, but I'm not really a fangirl of really any of them, like Bobby
Yeah.
Cannavale, Neil Patrick Harris, James
James
Corden.
Corden, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they're all incredible actors,
Sure,
but I'm
sure.
not like, oh my gosh, these are my three favorite guys. But wow, it was fantastic.
That's
So
good. And it's
yeah,
funny. It's a comedy.
it was so funny, Rachel. It
Oh,
was
okay.
so funny. And I really like Yasmina Reza who wrote the play. So yeah, even when I read it in college, I was like, this is a really good play. So I went with that. But of course, Lion
Yeah.
King, I love.
So 98, I actually went with Footloose. I think
Oh,
it's a
Footloose!
yeah, I think it's a very solid screen to stage adaptation. The songs are good. They managed to get pretty much I think every song from the movie, which is
Yeah,
rare. Never
yeah.
forget Pretty Women that did not get the rights to Pretty Woman. Like how what unbelievable.
Someone like, I'm sorry, get out of here with that.
Yeah, like don't do it. Like if you can't
Don't
get
do
the
it.
rights, if you can't get the rights to that song, because then they play it over the curtain call, which is absurd. Anyway, terrible. I mean and then this they got I think every song. And so that was great. And it's one of those movies, and we talked about it. We did an episode of Hallmarkies on this
Yeah.
movie, but it's one of those movies that I think has a more uh vanilla reputation than it actually deserves. Like
Mhm.
if you watch the movie and they translate this to the show, it actually takes on a lot. It takes on religion, it takes on grief, it takes on raising your kids, it takes on a lot of bad behavior on the part of these teens, teen sexuality, all these things, and it I think it does it pretty well.
Yeah. I love Footloose.
Yeah.
Um, This year was really tough for me to pick, so I'm just gonna say the three that I really like. I love Ragtime Parade and Cabaret. It's so hard to pick between those,
Mm,
but I would
mm-hmm,
probably go with Ragtime.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
I love,
are
love
you gonna
Ragtime.
see the revival?
I want to. Yeah, I saw it I saw it years ago in New York, like maybe like 12 years ago. Which was of course another revival. And
Yeah.
I do want to see the one that's there now. I just think it's a gorgeous show. Like Wheels of a Dream. Get out
The
of here. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, the music is undeniably beautiful. Everybody knows I think it's a little overcrowded,
Yeah,
but it doesn't mean I hate it by any means.
right.
I still
Right.
think it has a lot to offer and is a good show. 1999, I went with the Scarlet Pimpernel. It I think the songs are actually kind of mediocre. They're not that
Yeah.
great, but the story is so fun and it has fun moments especially if you get a good Percy and they if you get a good crew of your foppish gentlemen, it's entertaining.
It's entertaining. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I went with Closer, the Patrick Marber play.
Yeah.
Close second, but just didn't go with it because it was a revival and I was trying to trim down my revivals.
Yeah.
And you get your gun.
Yeah, if I
It's
had
just
done I only put one revival and so if I was doing more yeah, that I love that show and they really did an incredible job in that particular revival
mhm.
of cleaning it up in the right way
Right, right.
without making it inauthentic or losing some of its original storytelling.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I think it's a good example for other musicals to
Hmm.
follow. Is that one in particular?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's a good pick. All right, so then 2000, I went with Aida. I love
Okay,
it.
so I had to pick two. I went with Aida, and Proof is one of my favorite plays, so I also went
Oh
with
yeah,
Proof. But yes,
that's a good
Aida,
one.
Written in the Stars. I remember being a kid listening to
Oh
that and being like, I am here to tell you. Like,
yeah.
just, it was so good.
I love the songs. Like that's so crazy to me that it got such bad reviews on Broadway. I mean, especially that original cast. Oh, Heather Headley, unbelievable.
Get out of here. I
Oh,
know. So good. Isn't Sherry Renee Scott in that too?
yes.
Yes,
The
with my
strongest
strongest suit.
suit.
Yes.
Oh,
Get what is wrong with people?
I don't know. I really don't. I think they just had like an anti-Disney bias. And that I don't know. Yeah, I that one I'll
Well,
never
we don't
understand.
stand for it.
Absolutely. So 2001, I went off Broadway for this one. I went with a Spitfire Grill.
Oh, yeah.
I really love it. I think it's underrated. Great songs, and I would love if a local theater did it again. Hale Orem did it years ago, and in like 2016, and I've never forgotten
Oh,
it. I've
wow.
never gotten to see it again. But that's how much of an impact it made on me that I
Yeah.
just always loved it, and I would love for another company to do it. But a
I'm
beautiful
surprised that
show.
they haven't. I feel like
I
that's one that
know,
would
and
be.
like you'll see, I have Bright Star coming up, but I love Bright Star. But I feel like any company that could do Bright Star could do Spitfire
I do
Grill.
too.
I
Yes,
think
I
they're
do too.
very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
very interesting that they haven't.
but I think it's another really strong. I've had a lot of screen to stage adaptations on this, considering how I can be sort of suspect of that whole genre. I've had a lot of picks from that, and this is a really strong. It's it elevates. It's a better than the movie.
Yeah. And sometimes when you get that, you appreciate it all the more.
Yeah. So what do you have for 2001?
I have Urinetown.
Mm,
I really love Urinetown. I hope that the production that they did at City Center goes to
yeah.
Broadway. It was so good. One of my students was in it, played Little Sally, which is interesting because Little Sally is usually played by an adult, but they went with a kid for this production and it worked so well. It was really it's an amazing show and
Yeah.
very timely to everything that's
I
going on
It's a blind spot of mine. I've never seen it.
now. I had
Um,
only seen it um just recently and I
yeah.
heard the songs and like known the plot, but yeah, I
Yeah.
hadn't had the opportunity to see it until recently. You would love it, Rachel.
Yeah,
You would
I
love it.
can't wait to see it. There's a local company that's putting it on this year, and I'm definitely gonna make sure I see it.
You're gonna have a blast.
Yeah. So 2002, I went with Hairspray.
Me too.
I love the songs. I mean, could you get
Yeah.
catchier?
No, you
No,
couldn't.
it
You can't
is.
stop the
They are
beat.
so catchy, the songs. And I love the fact that John Waters was saying, like, finally the fat girl will get the lead in the High School Musical. I'm like, that's so true.
Finally, it's like, come on now. What are we doing? Why
Yeah,
aren't there more shows with like plus size women in the leading roles?
yeah,
Because you know what? Yes, for men, we it's still not always the case, but they can. They do.
yeah. No, that's a very good point, and I can understand when it's a role that is supposed to be like a model or something. Like I can understand that, but when there's no specificity on body type, then why not? Like I saw a production of Legally Blonde where they had a plus size Elle Woods, and there's nothing in that musical aside from her being popular, but there's no reason why Elle Woods couldn't be popular. And
Exactly.
there's nothing about her that wouldn't that requires a particular body type, and it was great. And so,
No, that's the thing. It's like most of these shows, like you said, don't require a particular body size. So let's just not go with that. It's like
mhm,
hopefully we're getting better, but it's like how the default was always white and a certain
mhm,
body type. It's like, let's get out of here with that.
yeah,
Like, stop, stop, stop. We don't need to be
yeah,
doing that.
it just adds a layer, makes it more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Tracy is such an iconic character. I
yeah,
just love it.
so good. So you had that for 2002.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So 2003, I have Wicked.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean,
Come on.
even if the Tonys didn't pick it, I think the world picked it.
Yes. And I love that the Tonys picked Avenue Q because I also think, Rachel, this is talking about something being of the time. Avenue Q
Yeah,
was unlike anything we've ever seen, and it was subversive and it was all this
yeah,
stuff. But Wicked has really stood the test of time. And that's not saying anything bad about Avenue Q.
right, right.
It's just a different thing. But yeah,
Yeah,
come on.
incredible,
Wicked.
incredible songs. It's iconic characters.
Yeah.
We're so excited about the movie
You can't
coming
wait.
out. Yeah, absolutely. So 2004, this is the one revival that I did pick because there was nothing that really interested me this year that I could find. I went with Bye Bye Birdie just because
Yes.
I was in it in high school. I have a lot of nostalgia for it. Some really good songs, some catchy songs. But I don't know, I couldn't find anything this year that spoke to me.
Yes, I hear you, and also kind of had to do something in that vein. So I went with Doubt, which I love this
Okay.
play, but technically, Rachel, it opened 2005 on Broadway, but its off-Broadway premiere was in 2004. So
Oh,
technically,
okay.
I went with
That's
an
fine.
off-Broadway show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, that opened on Broadway in 2005. But
Mhm.
yeah, I picked Doubt. I
I've
think it's
seen
an
the movie.
incredible
I've
play.
never seen the play, but
It's great. It's very similar. Although I should okay. When I watched the movie, I had no doubt that he did it or did something wrong. In the play, you have
oh,
doubt. I
interesting.
actually think
Oh,
as much as I adore Philip Seymour Hoffman and like God rest his soul, I just think was an incredible actor and human being. I think that the priest in that story is supposed to read as younger, more conventionally attractive
oh,
and
interesting.
charismatic. By
Okay.
conventionally attractive, I just mean like wholesome. He's supposed to read as
Mm,
wholesome. So I'm not
interesting.
saying he has to be a model. He just needs to be um kind of unassuming so that
Yeah.
like you don't know. And in
Yeah.
the movie, I was like, I know what happened.
Interesting. Cool.
Yeah,
All right, good. So 2005, I actually went with Little Women.
yeah,
I mean, I'm a
yeah.
big Little Women fan girl. I love the story, and I do think if they did a revival of Little Women, I would tell them to cut out a lot of the fantasy sequences. They go on too long. There's too much of them. But aside from that critique, I really do enjoy it, and I think some things are meant to be is maybe my favorite duet in the history of
Yeah. Yeah.
Broadway. It is an absolutely beautiful song, and
Gorgeous.
yeah, so that's what I went with.
That was close to what I went with. I decided to just go with the play, The Pillow Man. I love Mark McDonough. Uh I've seen this once at a black box. It was great. It won Tony Awards for direction, and one of the leading actors, Michael McElhatton, which I actually don't know him. Um,
Mm.
but I love this show. It's
What's
really,
it?
really
What's it
good.
again?
The Pill Man.
Oh, I haven't heard of that.
You would,
Cool.
I think you would really like it.
Ah.
It's dark, but it's good.
So 2006, this was a fun year for me as far as Broadway because I actually went to on two Broadway trips that year. Yeah, which because my aunt was living in New York at the time, so I took full advantage of
Of it.
2006.
Yes.
And so I actually saw this I saw the Drowsy Chaperone in previews that with Sutton Foster and with the whole cast, and I thought it was so funny. I still think it's funny to this day, and yeah, I mean it's great. Great
I this was
homage
that was
to theater.
Yeah, that was my second choice. I saw The Drowsy Chaperone. I love it. I mean, I didn't see it in previews, so I love thinking about that we could have been like in the same theater, but we probably weren't. I think I saw it a little later in the run, but I remember when Sutton Foster did Show Off, I was like, what am I watching? She is superhuman.
Yeah.
Um, I love that, but I ended up going with um Rabbit Hole. I've seen this production at a theater in Houston, which is great, and I've read it a bunch of times
Oh,
and seen the movie.
yeah.
Uh, Cynthia Nixon won the Tony Award that year for this production. It is it's heart-wrenching, but it's beautiful.
Cool. Yeah. 2007, I have Legally Blonde. I just love I'm doing another screen to stage.
I
Who
love
knew?
it.
Yeah.
But I
But
think you can appreciate it more than most people because you're so well versed in both.
yeah, that's true. I mean, that's a good point. I hadn't thought of it that. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So Legally Blonde, I just think it is so funny and so charming, and the songs are so good. I will see anybody who puts it on. I love this show. It's so entertaining.
It's a great show. And I think it's really given like high school girls a lot of fun stuff to like cut their teeth on.
Yes, yes, yes. So what do you have for 2007?
Okay, so this technically opened in 2006, but it won the Tony in 2007 and it opened at the very end of 2006. So I went with Spring Awakening.
Hmm.
I love this show. Seeing this show, I
Yeah,
remember like changed my life. I was like, Jonathan Groff is incredible. Like, I met him
yeah,
after the show and he was like the nicest guy. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like,
yeah.
so I also think it just really like
It's a bold show.
is a bold show.
Yeah.
It's a
I
bold show.
I've seen it twice, and yeah, uh it's definitely very striking. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So definitely
It's
memorable one for me.
great songs, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's something different. So I appreciate
Mhm.
that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
2008, I actually have another screen to stage. I have White Christmas. I think it is a really good adaptation of this
Yeah.
movie. It takes out all of the cringe, which there's a lot in that movie. And I think the new songs are good, and it has lots of good dancing moments. And like if you get a chance to see White Christmas, it's really good.
I love White Christmas, and I feel like regionally they do it a lot, which I think is really cool.
But it might be my favorite of the holiday shows. It's up
Yeah,
there if you
I
get
love
good
White Christmas.
dancers, especially. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. This one was tricky. I kind of have to. In the Heights and August Osage County.
yeah,
I mean, In the Heights
they're
is incredible, like absolutely mind-blowing show. Lin-Manuel Miranda, telling the story of his upbringing, so fascinating. And
yeah. I
August
like that
Osage
one
County,
too.
so good. And August Osage County is like, of course, this like heartbreaking family drama. So they're both
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. It's 2009. Even though I admit it, I don't love this show as much as other people, but I do respect it. It's kind of like Ragtime. I have Next to Normal for 2009.
Me too.
Uh, it it it's a bold show. I just wish that it had like a little more nuance in its portrayal of mental illness, and
I hear
just like
that.
I wish it was a little more hopeful
Yeah.
in in her story and her journey and her family. It just leaves me feeling kind of depressed, um and which maybe is the point. I don't know, but it does have some. It's it does have some very affecting moments, some really good songs, some great moments for the actors to really like
Definitely.
dig in. And it's something very, very different, kind of like Spring Awakening. And so again, it's one that I admire more than I love, but I do admire it.
Yeah, I didn't get to see Alice Ripley in it, but I got to see Marin Mazzie and Jason Donnelly, who were
Ooh.
married up until she passed away. And I mean, she
Oh,
was just
wow.
transcendent on stage. I got to sit in the front row because I got like rush tickets for something. Um, they were like $25, and she was just transcendent.
Yeah.
So may she rest in peace. She was an amazing, amazing artist.
Yeah. So they did the pro shot this year, which is definitely worth seeing. It's good, but I was a little bit
Yeah.
confused that there are people. This is an absolutely amazing revival of the show. I'm like, this was very by the by the
By the book.
numbers. I'm like, it was good, but
Right.
I mean, I've seen it locally just as good, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're like, we're not reinventing the wheel here.
No, like this was like a solid version of Next to Normal to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, I don't know. 2010, I actually have Elf,
I love
which
Elf.
is
Yeah.
another screen to stage. But it's charming, it's sweet, it's got some good songs. Some of the songs are lame. That's its weakness is the songs,
It's the song. Yeah.
but it's fun.
Yeah. Elf is really fun.
Yeah.
Um, I went with the play. I went with Red, which is
Okay.
John Logan wrote it. It's
I've heard
about
of that.
it's great. It's Mark Roscoe and his assistant, and this production starred Alfred Molina and Eddie Redmayne. And it won like 6 Tonys, one for best play.
Yeah.
I've seen this once, not on Broadway, and I've read it a bunch of times, but I really enjoy this play.
2011, I went with The Normal Heart.
It's a great play.
I think this is just such an honest, raw uh play. The fact that it's autobiographical and he allows him to be such like an unlikable character,
Hmm.
to be so to challenge his community in such a
Yeah.
strong way was very bold. And I'll never forget when I got to see it in a black box in Orem. This was during Pride Month, and
Oh,
the company. And at the end of the play, which was incredible, they got together and they sang Homeward Bound, the folk song Homeward Bound,
yes.
and I it was so moving. And it didn't really have that much to do with the play, but it just was, I don't know, it was just beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. And like touching to be able to be like this play, it matters to people. Like it is,
Yes,
yeah. Yeah.
it was really great.
2011 was tricky for me in the sense of, okay, so basically I am, we talked about in another episode, I love the Scottsboro Boys. It technically opened in 2010, but it opened in October, so most of the excitement
Mm,
around it
yeah.
was happening in 2011. And also Jerusalem with Mark Rylance, which was an incredible show that I saw
Oh,
twice.
wow.
But I have to say, Mark Rylance that made that play, the play
Mhm.
is good, but Mark Rylance was transcendent.
So you've been in New York for quite a while then. You've been living in
Yeah,
New
so
York?
I moved here in 2010. The
Oh,
times that I
wow.
saw shows before that, I was like visiting or auditioning for grad
Wow.
schools.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
cool.
like that's why I was here for like Spring Awakening. But I've
Yeah.
been here since 2010.
So 2012, I have another screen to stage. I have Newsies for 2012. I have huge nostalgia for the movie, and I love Jeremy Jordan. And I think the changes that they moved things around.
Yeah,
They got rid of Bill Pullman's character, which was very smart. And so yeah, overall, I think they made it improved upon the movie, and
yeah.
it's very entertaining to watch.
Newsies is really fun. I also did a stage to screen once. I was obsessed with the movie,
Oh
loved the
yeah,
musical.
that's a good one.
Um,
Yeah.
and then I also had to throw in Venus and Fur, Nina Arianda. was
Oh,
amazing in that. And it's one of my favorite performances I've seen on stage. I remember seeing Jerusalem and being like, that was the best acting I've ever seen on stage with Mark Rylance. And then seeing Nina and Venus and Firm, like, okay, now they're both the best.
oh, I
Like,
haven't
it was
heard of
incredible.
that. That's
It is an
amazing.
amazing show. It's a two-hander. It's really great.
Oh, cool. It's 2013. I have Big Fish, another greatest day. Uh, and yeah, I mean, this gives a lot of room for very inventive storytelling. It's a beast of a show for community theater to do because it has so many settings and so many characters. But it's it. I thought it was quite good. I enjoyed it. The
Yeah.
storytelling.
Yeah. I've actually never seen it.
Hmm.
Um, I went with Vanya and Sonia, Masha and Spike.
Mm,
Um, David I. Pierce, Christine Nielsen was in that and won the Tony Award for Best Play. Sigourney Weaver was in it. I
mm.
did a regional production of it at a place called Gulf Shore Playhouse, and we had so much fun with it. I just had a blast, and I love Christopher Durang. May he also rest in peace. We've lost a lot of great theater artists, and
Yeah.
yeah, he was a fantastic playwright.
So 2014, I had Beautiful Carol King musical, and that might be my only. So I guess Sing in the Rain technically is a jukebox musical, but I don't have hardly any jukebox musicals. But I thought this was way better than I expected it to be. I thought that just the number of songs, it's a beast to put
Yeah,
on. The number of songs that they have, because they have the songs she wrote, and then they also have the songs that their friends wrote. So
it's
they've got
so
all,
good.
yeah, they got all of those, and the story was compelling enough. It
Yeah,
was good enough, but it was really about just the songs and yeah.
I remember seeing Beautiful and being like, "Whoa, I love this way more than I thought I would," and I know all these songs, and this
Yeah,
is amazing.
because it's really a depiction of songwriting, and it doesn't have your like classic kind of story beats that you get with a bio musical,
Right,
that
right.
you come to expect, because it's about a writer versus a singer, and I mean, she is a
Exactly.
singer, but you know what I mean.
But that what did she? Yeah,
Yeah, so what'd you have
known
for
for.
2014?
I had The Realistic Joneses, which was one of my favorite
Oh,
plays I've ever seen. Toni Collette, Michael C. Hall, Tracy Letts, Marissa Tomei in a play by Will Eno. It really just like really kind of rocked my world. It's an incredible play, and I wish it was done more. But to me, it screams off Broadway rather than Broadway. I cannot believe it made it to Broadway.
yeah.
But it was
That's
fantastic.
cool. So 2015, I actually have off Broadway. I have Daddy Longlegs,
Oh,
because I love it so much. It is such a wonderful musical. The way it builds the tension to these two characters, they're just writing letters. Like, it's a tricky thing to pull
yeah.
off. And I love the songs. I have an interview on Stage Blog with Paul Gordon, the composer, and I love what they did here. I will see anybody who puts it on. I will see anybody who does. I hope you get a chance to see it.
I need to see it.
And anybody who wants to see it, there is a pro shot with Megan McGinnis on, like, if you have Broadway HD, you can watch the pro
Yeah.
shot, which is fabulous. So you should definitely check that out. It's so good,
I
underrated.
need to see it. I really need to see that.
Yeah, so
Um,
good.
2015, I went with a musical and with a play, Fun Home.
Oh yeah,
Love Fun Home. I think it's a really
love
important
Fun Home.
piece. And just I also like Ring of Keys is now like an iconic song for young girls to sing, which I just love. And then there's a play called Hand to God that played on Broadway by Robert Askins. I had worked with
Oh,
him and Geneva Carr, who was in this Broadway production, and Stephen Boyer, who got nominated for the Tony for it. It's with puppets. It's like absurd. It's a really amazing show, completely unique.
that sounds good. 2016, I have Bright Star. I just absolutely
Yeah.
love this musical. I love the songs. I love the story. If there hadn't been Hamilton's moment, then I think this would have gotten a lot more attention.
Totally.
And I actually will talk about Hamilton coming up, but I just think it is such a beautiful, underrated musical with great songs, great story, great everything. I love it.
I would have gone with Bright Star, except I knew you'd pick it, so I was like, okay, good. Um, I went with The Humans by Stephen Karam. This really great play. One of my favorite actresses, Sarah Steele, was in it. Really, really amazing show. Um, and it's that sort of like that I love, like the realistic Joneses. It feels very off Broadway, but it played on Broadway. So really,
Nice.
really great show.
Cool. Okay, 2017, I've Come From Away. I think this is a perfect musical. I wouldn't change a single thing about it. It has
Love it.
humanity, it has heart, it has lighter moments, you know, darker moments. It's just got everything in a full. We were talking the other day about emotionally complex musicals when we were
Yes,
talking about Blue Moon. This
yes.
is it. This is an emotionally complex musical. The songs are so good. And I can't wait for community theaters to be able to do
Me
this
too.
because I think it'll be a huge hit on community theater. You literally don't even need any sets.
Nothing.
And so as long as you can get some of the diversity casting, which obviously has to
Yeah,
be specific to these roles, as long as you can do that, I don't see what would prevent tons of community theater from putting this on and
yeah.
it just being a big fan favorite because it's great.
Absolutely. I also had Come From Away, and I threw in Sweat, which is a Lynn Nottage play about like women working in a factory,
Mm.
which was
Mm.
awesome. So I love
and
both of those.
and a great pro shot.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
haven't seen Come From
I love the
Away,
pro shot.
and you have app, it's on Apple, so people should
So
check that
good.
out. Okay, 2018. I went with Mean Girls. I really do actually like Frozen. I know it has its flaws, but I did go with Mean Girls. I think and I especially like the Mean Girls Junior and the
Yeah,
opportunities that's giving for the teens and the teen girls. I think that's really cool.
I totally agree. I figured you would go with Mean Girls. I also love it. I did Lobby Hero. It was a great production on Broadway with Chris Evans and Michael Cera. But also it's just like it's a really interesting play. So pick
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one.
2019, I did go with Hadestown. Yeah, way
Yeah,
down.
way down. Hadestown, love it. Like Andre Shields, like so
Yeah.
incredible. I also did What the Constitution Means to Me because I think it was just an incredible play that year, and the pro shot of it is amazing if you could watch it.
Mm. So yeah, I mean the thing with Hadestown is that when I went and saw it, because I had so much build up. I saw it in 2021, so there'd been years of build up that this was a perfect show, that it was unbelievable. And so I was a little bit let down because the story
Yeah,
is actually, I think, a little slow as far as just the
yeah,
nuts and bolts of the story.
yeah, yeah.
But I think my expectations were just so high that like nothing could have quite met that high of expectations, which is risky to do. Plus, it was my first trip back after the pandemic. All of those expectations, all there,
There's a lot.
and it was
Yeah.
the first show that I saw on that trip. And anyway, but I have actually now seen it multiple times, the teen edition, and and I really come to. I'm not that I disliked it. It just wasn't like it just wasn't a masterpiece to me, which is an
Right,
unfair
right.
expectation to have. I get that, but now I've grown to really really love it.
And it's hard when you have all that excitement building up, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So 2020, there obviously was only like five shows that debuted in 2020. So I actually put Hamilton down for
Yeah.
2020. I know it was because the pro shot released on Disney Plus. It meant so much to me at the time because I was so sad about theaters being closed. And I had never seen Hamilton. So to get to see it, even if it was at home, was very meaningful to me, and I'll always be grateful to them for to do that they did that. It's like one of the nicest things Disney has ever done.
Truly,
That they
truly.
did that. And so yeah, it's total cheat, but that's what I did for
No,
2020.
I love that. I ended up going with Inheritance and Slave Play. Inheritance was the last show that I saw before the pandemic really hit. It's a two-parter about the AIDS crisis. It's really beautiful. And Slave Play I never actually got to see, but it's by Jeremy O. Harris. And when I read it, my mind was blown. I've also gotten to see him speak at like Tribeca Film Festival, and he's just an incredible playwright in
Mhm.
person. So I went with
Yeah.
those two.
So for 2021, I went with the Layman trilogy, and this is a 3 act play. It's long. It's 3 hours long, just with I think two actors, and them going through the history of the Layman Company, which
Yeah.
sounds really boring. And there are moments where it's a bit of, but just like you really do see the history of America through the course of this
Yes.
play,
Yes.
and so it is quite memorable in that regard.
This was a tough year, yeah, obviously because of pandemic, but I went with MJ. It was a really fun production. Of
Yeah,
course, all
the
the songs
dancing.
and yeah, the incredible dancing and um the performers that were embodying Michael Jackson, like
Mhm.
really incredible show. So that's the one I went with for
Yeah.
2021.
So 2022, I went with Some Like It Hot. I just saw the national tour. I was so impressed. I was not expecting to like this show that much. I
I
mean,
loved it.
because I don't love the movie.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's better.
like
It's way
I
better.
like the movie fine, but it's just not a classic that I love. And so I wasn't expecting to love it, and I was so entertained. Like the songs, it reminded me of like a Cole Porter
Yes,
musical.
yes,
It had that energy, and
yes.
I thought the songs were so catchy. I was very entertained. It was way better than I was expecting. So maybe it's the opposite of Hades Town. Like I had low
Yeah,
expectations.
I think the end is really beautiful too. Like, I
Yeah,
don't want to give too much away.
they did a good job adapting it without it being too cringe, I think.
Yes, yes. And it was really surprising like how good it was. I loved it.
Yeah,
Loved
yeah,
it.
yeah. What do you
I,
have for 2022?
I ended up going with 2022 was an off-Broadway season for me, and it's all about Sanaz Tusi, who wrote English
Oh
and
yeah.
eventually moved to Broadway, but I did it for this year and Wish You Were Here. Both of her plays changed like the way I was feeling about theater at the time. I think she is
Yeah.
incredible. I'm a huge fangirl. And these two plays were the best things I saw in 2022, probably even years before that. Incredible.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
will stay with me forever.
That's so cool. 2023, I actually got to see this. The Shark is Broken.
Oh, I've heard
You
it's
know,
so
I was a
good.
big Jaws fan. The performances were perfect to
Yeah.
actors, and
Yeah.
uh, and so it was staged cool. It had some cool elements in the staging that I appreciated,
Mhm,
capturing the
mhm.
boat, capturing the feel on set, being on the ocean. You know, when they were filming that part of it, and so yeah, very
Yeah.
entertaining play.
Wish I would have seen that.
Mhm.
Um, I went with the Thanksgiving play. It is so great.
Oh
It's this
yeah.
like satire about privilege and what it means to be an ally. Amazing Broadway cast with Katie Finner, can never say her name, Katie Finnernan, um,
Mm.
Scott Foley, Darcy
Oh.
Carden from The Good Place, Chris Sullivan from This Is Us. Amazing. And also, it was the first time Larissa Fasthorse is her name. She was the first Native American playwright woman to be produced on Broadway.
Hmm.
It's just so funny. It's so good. You will love
Yeah.
it.
So 2024, I went with Death Becomes Her. I was
Me too.
so entertained. It was so funny, and another screen to stage, but I just an all around entertaining show. Great costumes, great spectacle. The way they did the visual effects was very inventive and creative. So yeah, that's what I went with.
100%. We're
Yeah,
having like career, I would say making, but they're already icons
Jennifer
performances. But
Simard. I mean,
yeah, Jennifer,
she was
yeah,
so good in
so good.
yeah, so
I mean,
good.
the whole show was amazing. I love it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, so 2025, since I don't live in New York, like you, I there's only one show that I've seen from this year, so I had to go with Good Night and Good Luck. But I really was
Yes.
quite impressed with it. I watched the live stream. We did a whole episode on stage blog about the live stream, and I thought that it was entertaining. Like it didn't feel preachy to me.
Right. Me
I
either.
mean, at least they kept that to a minimum. That I thought it was effective, and it had like lighter moments. I thought it was a very well done play.
Yeah, I love that. I feel like you see you see so much more theater than me in general, but even you see when you come to town, you like see a lot.
Oh, I do. That's very true.
See a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I actually went with the 5-2 just in time because I think it is a
Oh,
career
I'm dying
making
to see
performance, but
it.
he is incredible in it. And the thing is, I took my mom
Oh,
for her birthday, but she gets we're expensive. Um, but you can get standing room, which is great that they offer that as an option. He's so incredible in this, but so I had to say that for his performance. But I would say it's just moving to Broadway now, but was my favorite off Broadway that I've talked about. Liberation.
oh,
It's Broadway run with the same
oh, yeah. I remember
team that
you
had its
said
off
that
Broadway
in our
run.
preview.
You will
Uh,
love it. It is
oh
so
man,
good. And I can't wait till it makes the regional circuit too. It's an incredible show.
I'm dying to go to back to Broadway, of course, but especially I want to see Masquerade so bad.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I'm just dying. I don't know. Is Masquerade considered Broadway or off Broadway?
I don't know
Yeah,
because it's like this immersive.
because it
Yeah.
has to have 500
Yeah.
seats, but this doesn't. It's in groups of
Which
like
it doesn't.
25.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
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 I
I
think
don't
technically no,
so
but
it wouldn't be even because I think you have to have 100 to be off Broadway, right?
yeah. Yeah. So I think it's like a sleep no more type of thing.
Mm,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
So I
Which is
wonder
like
if they up for
non-jurisdictional.
the different awards and stuff because I don't think it qualifies. I don't know if anybody
Yeah.
knows.
Yes, please
Let
tell
us
us.
know.
We're curious.
But I'm just so excited to see that eventually. I really hope I can get out there.
I
But
know we
yeah.
have to go. I'll wait for
Oh,
you.
yes. So there we go. That is the best Broadway show for every year of my life. So we want to hear from you what you would pick for the best musical from every year since 1981. And if you want to go back further in your lives, then do that and make sure to tag us in any kind of
Yes.
post or video or anything like that that you do. We would love to see those. And Jax, where can people find you?
Jacqueline Collier on Instagram.
Great. And you can find me at Rachel's Reviews all over the place and at rachelsreviewstheater.com for my theater reviews. So check that out and make sure you're checking out OnStage blog for great articles daily. They have wonderful theater related, Broadway related articles. And we have our playlist with all of our great episodes of OnStage blog theater podcasts. So make sure to check that out. If you are listening on iTunes, please leave your ratings and reviews. That really helps us a lot. And if you are watching on YouTube, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate that so much. And happy theater going, everybody. Bye.